I'm Jordan Rayner, and this is the Word Before Work. Today we're reading from Mark 11, verses 11 and 15. Here's what it says. Jesus entered Jerusalem and went into the temple courts. He looked around at everything, but since it was already late, he went out to Bethany with the 12. The next day, upon reaching Jerusalem, Jesus entered the temple courts and began driving out those who were buying and selling there. He overturned the tables of the money changers and the benches of those selling doves. The life of Jesus and his disciples was busy. See Mark 3:20 through 21 and John 11:5 through 9. But as my friend John Mark Comer has pointed out, quote, Jesus never came off hurried, end quote. Pastor Kevin DeYoung put it this way, Jesus was busy, but never in a way that made him frantic, anxious, irritable, proud, envious, or distracted by lesser things. So, what's the difference between busyness and hurry? In my opinion, busyness is having a lot of meetings on your calendar. Hurry is scheduling those meetings back to back, forcing you to sprint from one to the next without enough time to think or look other people in the eye. Busyness is having a lot of errands to run. Hurry is getting mad about choosing the quote-unquote wrong line at the grocery store because you have no margin for the 30 seconds you lost by choosing lane 3 instead of lane 4. Busyness is attending 3 Bible studies a week. Hurry is not having enough time and stillness to listen to God's voice in between those studies. How can we be busy without being hurried? We must get good at counting the cost of our time. In today's verses, Jesus provides an excellent case study of this. Mark 11:15 tells us that Jesus' plan all along was to overturn some tables and drive out the vendors who were turning the temple into a, quote, den of robbers. So why not do this the night before? Why did Jesus wait? Of course, we can't answer those questions definitively, but given Jesus' track record as a busy but unhurried guy, here's my guess. I think Jesus had counted the cost of his time. Look at Mark 11, verse 11. Jesus went into the temple courts, looked around at everything, but since it was already late, decided not to cram any more activity into what had already been a busy day. You can almost hear him muttering to himself, "It can wait." Could Jesus have squeezed in a little table flipping before he retired for the night? Of course he could, but he chose not to. I think Jesus had counted the cost and knew that adding anything else to his already busy day would have tipped the scales from busy to hurry. Jesus' example brings us to the 7th and final principle we need to redeem our time. Principle number 7, eliminate all hurry. To redeem our time, in the model of our Redeemer, we must embrace productive busyness while ruthlessly eliminating hurry from our lives. How can we eliminate hurry today? In my book, Redeeming Your Time, I share 3 practical answers to that question, including 6 questions to ask to help you say no more frequently. Want a glimpse at those 6 questions? Click the link in the show notes of this episode to watch the video. Today's devotional only scratches the surface of how God's Word connects to our work. If you want to go deeper, sign up for my free 20-day devotional called The Word Before Work Foundations at twbwfoundations.com. These email devotionals are designed to help you gain a rich understanding of the biblical narrative of work, how exactly your work matters for eternity, and what those truths mean for how we ought to work today. Sign up right now, again, totally free at twbwfoundations.com.